The Alfa Romeo Orlen Formula 1 team unveiled a special livery during the Barcelona pre-season testing days. They hit the track with their Alfa Romeo C42 in a very spectacular camo livery, which reminded me a lot of the 2015 Camo Bull. However, this is not a random camo, but it was a result of an AI process which created this dazzling pattern. Man, is there something AI can do? Scary stuff. The testing days were held at the Catalunya circuit from the 23rd to the 25th of February 2022, with test driver Robert Kubica being the first one to hit the track on the Wednesday. And today we have that Alfa Romeo C42 Camo edition in 1/18 scale.
You already know who it is.
Welcome everybody. Today we are going to review the Alfa Romeo C42 driven by I honestly thought we had Zhao Guanyu. Truth be told, I ordered this a month back and I just never opened it on camera. Until now, let's get this cellophane. Let's get this cellophane off, shall we? Anyway, box is not too interesting to be honest because they use the same type of box for every release now. So there's just a Spark logo on top, logo on the side, two little windows where you can see through, a sticker which basically reads Alfa Romeo Formula 1 team Orlen C42 Barcelona circuit test of 2022. And I swear to God, this was Zhao Guanyu, but apparently it's Robert Kubica. So right, let's get this thing off and let's do what we always do. And ooh, last piece of foam, and that's enough plastic for now. I can't get any straws at McDonald's, but I can like get 2 kilograms worth of plastic here. So the first thing that springs to mind is that it kind of has a greenish tint to it, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's because of the lighting right now, but still what we always do. And work from our front wing to the back. So the front wing, there are not a whole lot of sponsors to show for. Everything is basically covered in this camo wrap, which is an interesting sight to see because can you imagine in 2023 a car with this much wrap on it? Because in 2023 we basically only have exposed carbon fiber. Back then they weren't scared for a little weight. Flaps looking interesting. We also have some slots between them. You can also see those little hooks. 2 of those are actually colored in red, which is a really nice color pop on this front wing. Next to the inside of the wing end plate we also see a small little sensor looking really nice. And on the inside we have Adler Pelzer Group. And on the outside we have the logo of Orlen. For those people who are wondering what is this Orlen company, last time I checked, it was a oil company, which basically like the Shell, but from Poland. A Polish driver for a Polish title sponsor. Front of the nose, we have this Alfa Romeo logo. Above that, Zinga Corporation. Above that, we have a FIA logo, Pirelli 150 years. Camera pods looking interesting, have this carbon fiber texture to it. Suspension is actually nothing special. We have a small little logo there of Sauber Technologies. I think this is the first car that utilized that space on the wheel brow for a sponsor, which we have AMX with some Chinese letters underneath there. Then we get to the front of the driver cell, which we have a lot more logos. Once again, AMX, DRF Bets, QRM Domi, Center of Resilience. Next to there we have Rebellion, Web Eyewear. So right, before continuing with this car, there's one thing that springs to mind, which is basically, I don't see a race number. Not at all. I see it on the helmet, but not on the car. Shouldn't every car on track utilize a race number at all times? Apparently not if you're in a test car. So the cockpit is actually pretty dense. So the headrest is in camo too. His helmet is also camo, and on his helmet he has race number 88. Nice little see-through visor with a very heavy tinted smoke. So yeah, steering wheel looking nice too. Different decals on there looking nice. Pretty wide side pods we have going on here. Kind of reminds me of the Aston Martin AMR 22. What is kind of interesting, and the first time I see it, is that the floor, which is from every car we ever reviewed up till now, was actually exposed carbon fiber, but they even went with wrapping this in camouflage too. Moving up to the engine cover, this car actually has a very significant shark fin. It kind of reminds me of those 2017 cars. And at the side we have this Alfa Romeo logo in this white and black. And that brings us to the rear of this car, which is basically greeted by this huge rear wing. One thing you can spot straight away is that we have a gap between the flaps of the rear wing. So we basically have gaps at the front and at the rear. Nice attention to detail once again by Spark. On that rear wing we have 2 logos of the same company, which is Orlen. The rear of the DRS flap we have Alfa Romeo, and on the inside we have 30 years in Formula 1. And on the outside we have 2 more logos of Floki and Zinga Corporation. So yeah, this huge gaping hole at the back is the exit of the Venturi tunnels, because this car in 2022 relied very heavily on ground effect. If there wasn't already enough gray for you in this video, we also have a nice little gray faceplate, and that basically reads Alfa Romeo Formula 1 Team Orlen C42 Barcelona Circuit Test 2022 Robert Kubica or Kubica or however you pronounce it. So yeah, unfortunately there was not a camouflaged Red Bull, but one that is on my wish list is the 2015 Camo Bull of Daniel Ricciardo from 2015, or the Silverstone Test RB15. Sorry, RB15 it was. This was basically the first camo car I could get my hands on, which is nice because it is a camo car. Unfortunately, the driver is not like the most, with all due respect, well-known, but it's still a good driver. So yeah, thank you very much for watching another video on the channel. Make sure you like the video and maybe consider subscribing to the channel as well. Would really help out tremendously and actually keeps me motivated to make more videos for you guys as well. I totally forgot to film the questions and answers videos. I still have to do that in the future. Let's do that at 2.5. I still have your questions, by the way, but if you have any more questions, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I sincerely hope to see you in the next one as well.